what's good? It's your girl Francine, and it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. So, funny story. I have been working a lot. I don't make money off of YouTube, unfortunately, so I have to work a regular job. And I pay my bills, so, you know, that's kind of taking priority. And also, there's so many excuses as to why I have not been making videos. One thing I can wholeheartedly say, as of today, there will be at least one video a week, at least. I'm not gonna promise you 3 days a week like I've been trying to do, but you get in at least one, all right? So I think next week I have a lot planned. We'll see if we actually deliver. So, you know, we gonna make it do what it do, baby. Okay, we gonna do what it do. But with that being said, last Saturday, funny enough, was the 1 year anniversary of Girl, I'm finna take your black card. Okay, so editing me. This video was hella late. This video was supposed to go up, I think 2 weeks ago. But you know, I've been busy and stuff, so you know it's coming up now. But yeah, September 4th is actually the anniversary of Grandpa Take a Black Card. I was gonna put it up for that week. I'll explain in this video, but also I missed this week that I was supposed to put this up. You know what? Just enjoy the video. I'm trying. A segment in which I, a black woman who is about to be 30, oh my god, talk about movies that I have not seen in the 30 years of my life. And I haven't done one in a while, but because it was the 1 year anniversary, I wanted to do kind of a ranking, right? And I don't have it set up yet because I am on my break. So I have not sat down and actually decided to make this because I had to take a break from work. So when I get off, we're going to do the whole graphics, this whole ranking system. So it has not been, I don't know what it look like, but it is a ranking system like every other ranking video. If you've ever seen the ranking videos, like S tier to F tier, but some people, they do different things for each tier. So I'm going to set it up like this because unlike my hip hop album reviews, because I enjoyed almost every single one of them, and if I didn't enjoy it completely, I enjoyed most of it. This is different because some of these movies I did not like. I did not like, and because of that, it's very easy to rank these. Actually, it's easier. So this is the ranking as it is in my head and should be in the ranking system that goes up. So number one. At the bottom, we have who greenlit this? Now this is a very obvious tier. This tier is essentially movies in which there is no redeeming quality. This movie sucks, okay? This movie is bad, and it's so bad, I can't even say like it's good bad. You know how they have good bad movies, which is the next tier, or that like I get why it was made. In certain instances, like there's certain movies where I'm like, alright, it might not have been the best movie ever made, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? These are like bottom of the barrel. I don't know if I could ever stomach watching them again movies. Okay? So this is the bottom, right? Next is so bad it's good, right? There's so bad it's good movies, or you know, like I said, movies in which I get why it was made, though maybe y'all should just let that in the barrel, like, but I get it. Next is I get it, but I'd probably never watch it again. These are movies that I get it, like I get why it was made, and I also get why people like it. Because some movies I'm like, I don't know what y'all like about this movie, but I get why people like it. But personally, I think that one time was enough. The second from the top one is I get it and I'll watch it again, which is essentially the same as that last one, but it's like I get why it's made, and it's essentially the top tier. But the top tier is Hood Classic, because Hood Classic, in my opinion, requires me to think every black person should watch this movie. And there's only a select few that are in this list, but I need to explain. And so that's why we're starting from the most recent one, because I'm not going to start from Menace to Society because the comments already let me know y'all mad at me about that one, and I got to explain myself. So we're going to say that to the end, okay? If you want to hear me explain my feelings about that movie now, a year later, watch it again. Let's get into it. And let me just add this little tidbit in. If you don't know me, if you don't know what Girlfriend Take a Black Card is, if you just see me for the first time, okay? I'm Author Black Nerd, and if you would like to hit that subscribe button, if you like to hit that like button, if you like what you see, then hit that like button. I'm here for you, like I said, at least once a week. Girl, we working. But yeah, I just want to put that little snippet in there. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so the last Girlfriend Take a Black Card I did was Yikes. June. We're in September. I'm working. Anyway, and it was Juice. This movie was probably, in my opinion, the hardest one to rank because I want to put it in Hood Classic. And I actually, funny enough, when I was planning on doing this video on Saturday, I was gonna go live because I wanted y'all input as well. So please put your input in the comments of what you think these should be ranked, because I know some of y'all won't disagree with me. I am borderline putting it in Hood Classic. Juice, mainly because it has Tupac in it. He's an amazing actor in this movie, and this is the first time I've ever seen Tupac act. So I was like, ooh, shoot. Everyone acts well in it. Like the downsides of most Hood movies is the acting, which was good, the storyline, which was also good, and the ending. Somebody told me in the comments actually that that wasn't the original ending. If they would have gave me the original ending, this would automatically be Hood Classic. But it ended. It rubbed me the wrong way. It rubbed me the wrong way. So it's like in between Hood Classic and I get it and I watch it again. Because I will watch that movie again. I have a friend who hasn't seen it and I'll make sure she watches it. We gonna watch it together, girl. But yeah, it's in between. I think I'm gonna put it Hood Classic for now. I want to do this every year, just kind of like get my thoughts on each of these movies. And I think one year I'm gonna probably just rewatch all of them, like a marathon, and then get my thoughts on a real reaction video, because I know I don't do real reaction videos. We're gonna get there. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Juice. I think it's probably Hood Classic. Yeah. Next up we have South Central. Funny enough, when I was thinking of the rankings for this, I automatically thought it was going to go in the who greenlit this part. But it's a good bad movie. That is the epitome of a good bad movie. The acting is horrible. The storyline could make sense if someone put just a little bit more effort into it. And it's just the settings are bad, the camera work is bad. It is the epitome of a good bad movie. If you like bad movies, if you like watching bad movies, this is the epitome of a good bad movie. You can sit down with your friends and talk crap about this movie because it's very easy to do. And I like the message. And that's the part where it's like, I like what they were trying to say. They just ain't say it right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put this in a good bad movie. Like, I think that it had good intentions, like most good bad movies, but it fell short and in a funny, hilarious way. Okay, even though I could barely get through it the first time I watched it, I'd say I watched it again, maybe. Next, at least on the list that I have, we have Jason's Lyrics. Who the greenlit this movie? Who said, you know what? We're gonna make Forrest Whitaker crazy. Okay? We're going to make that little situation happen. We're gonna have a who done it on who killed him, and then somehow throw in a love story. Where did that come from? Where did it come from? What is the necessity? There we go. What is the necessity of having the love story, which was not fleshed out at all, had little to no impact on the movie? What was the point? Who was, like, we could have just had a very interesting story about Bokum, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and a guy from House of Pain, and their brotherly conflict, and it could have exploded at the end, and he could have had a long-lasting relationship with Jada before this, because like they tried to build the love story while they were building a suspenseful family drama. And I feel like if it was already an established relationship, it would have made more sense. Because I didn't give about that relationship. I didn't care. Okay? I really cared. If you were attracted to Jada, like a lot of people in the comments were like, I just watched it for Jada. I get it. I get it. But no. The only person that was good in this movie was the crazy person. And again, I'm going to say what I said in that video. This is a lot about me. But y'all shouldn't even agree with this movie in the first place. So no, it doesn't. No. Who greenlit this? Yeah, it's in that list. And next we have Love Jones. So when I watched this movie the first time, I said it was a toxic love story. Somebody very pointedly put, the word toxic is thrown around a lot, and I agree. I think that movie, now that I'm looking back, hindsight being 2020, kind of the worst part was him showing up at her house unexpectedly, and she had horrible communication skills. But honestly, this is a typical love story, especially if you're in your 20s. Like, I had a relationship like this on again, off again. We hate each other, we love each other, we fight all the time, but also I ain't letting you go type relationship. Like, I've been in it. I think most of us has been in it. So I wouldn't call it super toxic, but it's kind of toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, after you go to therapy and you start learning that, like, you're not supposed to be doing all that, you realize it's toxic. I get it. Toxic is used a lot, but also, but for the ranking, I would say this is definitely I get it and I watch it again. I will watch this movie again. I probably watch this movie during Valentine's Day, regardless if I'm alone, which it seems like I probably will be. But yeah, I'd watch it again. It's definitely a good movie. Of course, the acting is good as Neil Long, Lorenz Tate, Isaiah Washington, I want to say his name is. He's in so many of these movies, funny enough. Like, there's always these connecting characters that are like all the movies. It has a lot of great acting. The storyline is good. Like I said, it's a typical love story. It's a black rom-com, and it's a good black rom-com because it's a very accurate depiction of relationships. Because they just be, it's drama, baby. It's drama. That's why I'm single, girl. No, it's not, but it's okay. Moving on. We have Shatas. Shatas is the epitome of I get it and I will never watch it again. Especially the beginning of, if you took out the beginning of the movie, it's very much I get it and I watch it again. It's almost borderline, it's so bad it's good, but it's a I get it and I wouldn't watch it again. I'm not watching that movie again. Between the patois and I couldn't understand what half of the people were saying, and the interesting ways that the movie was portraying things. It was alright. Like, it was a nice movie. I didn't hate it. I had to pretty much grin and bear at the beginning of this movie. If you took that out, it'd be an alright movie. Like, an average 5 out of 10 movie. Like, it's alright. It's alright. I enjoyed it. I think that the acting wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. I think the storyline made sense, at least. Which is, for these movies, kind of a big deal. And, you know, the main character was fine as hell, so that helps. Next, forgot this movie was next. Okay, next we have Belly, which is essentially, in my opinion, the American version of Shatas. Like, it's very much a similar movie in a sense. Like, it has a random story plot change at one point. Belly is very much so it's so bad it's good movie, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because unlike Shatas, Belly tried to seem like the people could act. Like, it gave narration over with Nas, who sounded like he was reading for the first time in 6th grade. Like, it was bad. It gave very much, like, no one in that movie knew how to act. And the only reason why it was redeemable, again, the crazy person was the best part. DMX was the best part of that movie, R.I.P. Okay. DMX was the best part of that movie. They randomly threw Method Man in there for some reason, who also could act, but I don't know why he couldn't act in this movie. It was horrible. It's a bad good movie. It's a good bad movie. I'm sorry. Honestly, maybe it goes into I get it, but I'll never watch it again. But I actually think I will watch this movie again, mainly because I want to actually analyze the movie, because I was so angry about it being so bad. I feel like if I actually watched the movie and like took in the movie content, I might get something from it, and it might go up from a bad movie. But it's not who greenlit this though, because I know why they made this movie. Like, it is a music video that is an extended movie. Like, it's a movie, it's a music video that's a movie. That's pretty much all it is. The shots were beautiful. Looks Hype Williams, obviously he knows how to make a good music video. He can shoot things well. But everything else, no, was not it. Was not it. Next, we have The Preacher's Wife. Ooh, this one, I kind of forgot about this one. Which says a lot. I'd go with an I get it and I never watch it again. I don't think I'd ever watch this movie again. I will listen to the soundtrack though, because Whitney killed those notes. I'm just saying. Whitney sang her butt off. The acting was fine. I mean, obviously it has Denzel Washington and Courtney Vance in it, like, duh. Whitney Houston can actually pretty much act herself. It's a good movie. It's a weird premise to be quite honest. Like, Whitney Houston's cheating on her husband with an angel. I'm confused. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. It's an I get it, and I ain't watching that again. I'm not. But if I hear Whitney Houston sing "I Love the Lord," it will make me catch the Holy Ghost. So again, soundtrack, me in there. Next, we have b.a.p.s. This is definitely a who greenlit this, and for a particular reason, because if you know what the name of the movie stands for, it stands for Black American Princesses. That alone, who greenlit this? Who said, yeah, we gonna make a movie called Black American Princesses about a white man who used to date a black woman and his family didn't want him to date him because they was racist. So when he's about to die, his grandson pays off two black women, random black women, to act like they're the daughter of, girl. What? Who really, what drug were they on where they were like, yeah, that's good, and they greenlit that movie? And then Halle Berry, which again, I'll make the unpopular opinion, can't really act that well. I don't understand why we keep letting her have roles. It's so annoying trying to be ghetto. Like, it's so annoying. The, again, one saving grace of this movie is Natalie Desselle, because it seems natural and she wasn't doing too much. She seemed like a normal person, okay? I don't know what the hell they told Halle Berry in direction to act like for this movie. It ain't it, chief. It is not it. So who greenlit that movie? Huh? Who? Next, we have The Presidents. This is definitely an I Get It and I Watch It Again movie. It's not a hood classic in my opinion, and again, I say that because I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's good enough that I think every black person should watch this movie. Maybe. Actually, no. We're putting it in a hood classic. Yeah, we're putting it in a hood classic. Don't fight me about that. We put it in a hood classic because change my mind on screen. The reason I put it in a hood classic is because the story of the movie is a very real story. Like, black men went to Vietnam, risked their lives, came back with all types of disease and disorders, got left behind by the government, had to scratch and survive to make their way to do what they could. And unfortunately, that led to criminal behavior. That is a real story. I'm sure there is a story out there. I don't know if this is based on a true story. There's other movies that I've done I know were based on true stories. I'm not sure if this is, but there is a story out there that's similar to this. I don't know if they robbed an armored car, but there is a story out there like this. It is really well acted. Again, Lawrence Tate, he's back at it again. Chris Tucker, who plays a drug addict person with Agent Orange, which I found out in the comments that was what he was dealing with. He played that really well. It was it's so crazy when you see comedians do really well in serious roles. He did that so well. Keith David's in this movie is really well. Somebody said in the comments that I was too harsh on his girlfriend. No, I was not. I still hate her. Yeah. That means she acted it well, because I wanted to punch her in the throat. I did. Clifton Powell's in this movie. He plays being a bad guy very well, as always. It's a very good movie. The storyline is very good. It's a premise that, again, is believable, and that is a good story to tell. So yeah, I put it in a classic. I'm putting it in a classic. Yeah. Next, we have Clockers, a Spike Lee joint. 100% putting this in. I get it, but I never watch it again. I forgot who recommended this movie, and I get it because it's a Spike Lee joint. Like, it's a Spike Lee movie. It has Mekhi Phifer in it, who can act, and the guy from Reservoir Dogs, I forgot what his real name is. It's a good movie. It is a good premise. Here comes Isaiah Washington again. He, the whodunit type story. We still don't know who actually did it, and that was a very great cliffhanger ending. But it was long. It was long as hell. I feel like if that movie was wrapped up in an hour and a half, I probably would say it's a like it and watch it again movie. But it was just too long. 2-hour movies really have to have a lot of stuff that catch your attention. And though it was a good story, I don't think the story had enough flesh in it to make it last that long and not drag a little bit. It dragged. it dragged a little bit. And Spike Lee is good for making very long movies, but usually when he makes long movies, it doesn't drag as much. And I do plan on doing another Spike Lee movie because I saw that Do the Right Thing just came on Netflix. So if y'all want me to do that one, let me know in the comments. I think I've seen that movie. My black heart still is revoked, I know. But yeah, it's an I get it, and I probably wouldn't watch it again. And that's okay. Because it's not saying it's bad, it's just Next we have Tales from the Hood. This is Halloween time. Tales from the Hood is definitely an I get it, and I never watch it again. I mean, I did actually watch it again for this video. So technically this is the only movie that I watched that I remember watching before, because I apparently saw Soul Food and I don't remember watching that. But this is the only one I remember watching again. It's an okay movie. It's a good little cute movie to watch during the Halloween season. It's a little scary, it's a little spooky, it's a little funny. I get it. It makes sense. And then we have Blackula, which is a bad good movie, or good bad movie. I keep getting that confused. A good bad movie. This is a good bad movie. I get why it was greenlit. It is in the 70s during the blaxploitation movie era, and of course they needed a black horror movie, so Blackula makes sense. I get why it was made. Did I like it? No. Did I think it was interesting to watch? Yeah, actually. Even though the acting was horrible and the effects were horrible, it's the 70s. Like, duh. And I get it now. Hindsight being 2020, watching it was a little hard to get through, but I get it. So, yeah, it's a good bad movie. Then we have Soul Food, which again, I said I apparently watched this movie and I don't remember watching it. This is definitely an I get it, and I watched it again. I don't think this is a hood classic. I think it is a good movie if you like family movies, and that's the reason why I'm not saying it's a hood classic. Like, I feel like hood classics require it to be seen by all black people and we can all like resonate with it. Like, if you don't have a big family or you don't like family movies, you might not like this movie. But I think the acting, of course, is amazing. We have Nia Long, Vivica Fox, Vanessa Williams, Mekhi Phifer, again. We have amazing actors, and it's a crazy story. Like, yes, we concentrate on the grandmother, but like the outsides of it is a really good story. I definitely will watch this movie again. Apparently I watched it before, so yeah. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good little cute movie, but I don't think it's a hood classic. Now we have Paid in Full, which I also will say is a hood classic. I think this movie is based on a true story. Somebody tell me that in the comments. And I think it is a good movie. If you like hood movies, this movie is a good movie. I think it has a good all-around story. I think the foreshadowing in the beginning is really well done, because I've said before that can be hard to do well. Okay? And I think that the acting is good. Again, we have Mekhi Phifer continuously coming up. You know what I mean? We have Cameron. Okay, my guy Cameron. He actually is really good in this movie. He plays an annoying, loudmouth gangster very well. I guess that is true to life. But I think it's a really good movie. I think the story is a very good hood story. I mean, you get caught up in the game catches you, you catch the game back. You out. That's it. So yeah, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely would recommend watching it. And next we have Thin Line Between Love and Hate. The only comedy I've watched for this channel, besides Pootie, which I could not finish. I debated putting this on Who Greenlit It, but I get why it was made. This is another one where I'm like, I get why it's made. It's a Martin Lawrence movie. He plays a playboy who, you know, he got a lot of girls, and then one of his girls gets him back, right? The only saving grace in this movie is the woman in this movie. Lynn Whitfield and Regina King, the only reason to watch this movie. The ending is definitely the only reason to watch this movie. If you're a woman and you've ever been scorned, just watch the end and smile a little bit inside. Yeah. And if you're a guy, you know, take in consideration that your actions have consequences. Now, maybe not that harsh of a consequence, but yeah. Next, we have the two final movies, okay? We have Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society. These two movies are, I think, the highest watched movies on my channel. So I'm 90% sure you've watched these videos, okay? So we're gonna start with Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood is definitely a hood classic. 100%, 10 billion%. It's still my favorite movie I've watched for this channel. It's my favorite movie I've watched in a while. It's a good movie. Lawrence Fishburne, Angela Bassett, Cuba Gooding Jr., we have Morris Chestnut, we have Ice Cube. We have so many great people in this movie. It's well acted. The storyline, which unlike Shatta's, where you start from them as childhood and then escalate from them as adults, this one does it actually well. It has a story that actually connects to the ending of the story. We learn about the relationships between the main character, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character, and his family, his parents, his relationship with crime, his relationship with his dad. We learn about Ice Cube and Morris Chestnut's relationship together as brothers and their mother, and how that's, you know, a turmoilic thing. We learn about how Ice Cube started off being in this gangster stuff because he gets in trouble as a kid, goes to jail. That kind of shapes his whole entire life. We learn about like so many things that kind of actually matters to the story. And is also acted well, because child actors are horrible usually, and they actually do pretty well in this movie. So give them props for that. But yeah, it's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, it's on Tubi, I think still. You're gonna have to go through the commercials, but better watch. And finally, Menace II Society. Now, when I watched this movie the first time, because I've watched it since, I literally just saw that it was on Netflix and was like, oh, this would be an interesting thing to talk about on my channel. And like, if you know my channel before we had Girl in Take Your Black Heart, I was not doing anything like this. I was doing facts videos and the news, and like I was trying to do this whole attorney thing because I wanted to keep a professional attitude. But like, that's not really me for real. And so I was like, I'm trying something different. I'm trying something new. Let me watch this movie, see if I like it, and then be like, oh yeah, let me give me my black card back. That was the whole thing. Because one thing I did not mention, before this, my sister had passed away last year, and my sister always used to joke with me and tell me I wasn't black because I ain't watch all the black movies and I listen to all the black stuff. So it's kind of a tribute to her as well, and that was the point. But I did not come into this thing with much of a plan, okay? So literally, I just watched the movie, I sat down and I made a video and I said my thoughts, and a lot of y'all are mad at me. And I get it, because I haven't watched a lot of hood movies, and now after watching a lot of like black movies with black stories, I understand why people get so attached to these stories and so attached to these movies and how they become classics. Because this movie is not a bad movie, and I said that even in the video. It's not a bad movie. It's definitely a hood classic, 100%. But after watching it the second time and really taking it in and not looking at it from like an analytical, oh my god, let me analyze and critique this movie, it is a good story that people can relate to. Personally, I did not grow up in that type of environment. Well, I grew up in an environment, but I didn't live that type of life, so I can't relate to it. But I do get how people can connect to these characters. I get how people can understand and sympathize with what happens at the end of this movie. I get why certain people were like, it doesn't matter what happened at the end with Jada and what happened. That's the point. It doesn't matter. And like, yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter. That's the point of the story. It's the point that like, you did all this, you built all this up, and then it all got ended, and it's like, what was it for? Like, you know what I mean? That's the point. So I appreciate y'all for real. That video set up such a big part of who I am now, in the sense of my understanding of certain things, even because I thought of it in my own awkward black nerd space, right? And a lot of y'all were like, actually no. And that's sometimes you need that. That's why I love doing these videos. That's why I love talking with y'all in the comments, because y'all really do be putting me on game. And even though I might be about to turn 30, I don't know nothing, okay? I barely know anything, okay? Okay, so my camera time went up, so that means that this video is a little long. So let me end it, okay? Of course, Menace II Society hood classic, 100%. And like I said, I mean, most of these movies I enjoyed in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be I enjoyed it because it was good, or I enjoyed it because it was bad, or, you know, I enjoyed the experience that came along with it, right? And I enjoy making these girlfriend take a black cards. And like I said, I'm gonna try to at least put a video up a week. I'm gonna try to do Monday, Friday, but you either probably gonna get a Monday or a Friday, and if you get something else sprinkled in there, lucky you, okay? But I actually, funny enough, recorded 2 videos in the meantime, in between time. One that I accidentally erased because I needed memory card space, and instead of erasing old videos, I erased the most recent video. And one I did that was on Donda, Kanye West's album, that I did not put up because right after I recorded that video, I got sick. So I didn't edit it. If you want me to still put that video up, let me know. Again, let me know your thoughts on these movies. If you think that I did them right, did them justice. Any other movies you want me to watch. I have a lot in my jar that I don't actually know where it is now. Oh, here it is. In my jar. And I can always be adding more. Any other things you want me to do for this channel. And one thing I will say at the end, since if you're here, you obviously care. You know, I think that a lot of the reason I also have been making videos is because I've cared way too much about views, and I care about analytics because I am a logical person. I'm a Virgo, as you know. My birthday is this month, okay? And I need to stop doing that. I need to stop making it about who can come in and the people that are here. Because like I said, I enjoy talking to y'all, and people have suggested so many different things. Like somebody suggested I do a book that I bought the book. So whoever suggested that book, I am going to start reading it. I have a book for another book club I'm in, because the thing is I actually enjoy reading. So that was a great suggestion for me. But I was like, oh, well, what if nobody watches it? And it's like, so what? Like, I don't want to get caught up in the YouTube game, the YouTube algorithm, the SEOs. Like, yeah, it matters. And I do want to make money off of YouTube. Like I said, it doesn't pay my bills. So that's why it's so hard to kind of concentrate my time and energy into it. But I want to do things that y'all like. I want to do things that make me happy. That's why sometimes I might throw in a video that's not Girlfriend Take a Black Car, have my bomb reviews, even though I know those do well. And yeah, I am going to do a review of the book that was suggested. Like I said, I bought it, came through Amazon, and so I'll have that one up probably the end of this month. And you know, people suggested other stuff. Somebody suggested I listen to a Rhapsody album. I have not forgotten that request. I will do that. Somebody requested I looked at a trailer of a movie and do a reaction to it. Like, but every time I hear that, I'm like, well, what if nobody watches that video? Then I do videos that I think people are gonna watch, and then they don't watch those either. So why the fuck do I care? Okay, like let's just do whatever you want. Okay, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, you had fun. All right. So with that being said, I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. I do have a video that I have planned for Monday as well. So y'all get 3 in 1, maybe. Not promising, maybe. So with that being said, I'll see you then.